welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be showing you meal prep for chicken, veggie, and rice bowls. These came out to 6 points on myWW green. Stick around and I will show you how to make them. To get these started off, I am going to be marinating my chicken all day. So I did this in the morning and then I did my meal prep at night. So I'm going to be taking this entire packet of Tasty's Hearty Seasoning. With the serving sizes, I didn't even count this. It's like 15 calories per serving. So here I'm going to be adding a half a cup of water into that seasoning mixture. And then I will be adding that to the chicken, giving it a nice mix. So I'm going to be taking that seasoning marinade and adding it to the tops of my chicken, ensuring that everything is nicely coated. I am also going to be kind of poking each chicken breast with a fork. That's just to ensure that the marinade really gets incorporated with that chicken. This is optional. And then I will say I did end up flipping my chicken in the afternoon just to ensure that it is nice and coated on both sides. I'm going to be placing some plastic wrap over the top of that Pyrex just so everything is covered. These are going to get popped in the fridge for, I did mine for about like 7 hours, I would say. And then I flipped them at like the 3.5 hour mark. If you're going to work or something, don't worry about flipping them. Everything will be nice and tasty. So these are just going to get popped in the fridge. If you don't have all day, I would just say a minimum of probably 30 minutes to an hour would do. So here we are about 7 hours later. My chicken is smelling delicious, even though it's raw. That marinade is so good. This was one of the best chicken breasts that I have probably ever made. So I'm going to be baking these. I have my oven already preheated to 375 degrees. These are going to go in for about 40 minutes. They are pretty large chicken breasts. But I do have a meat thermometer and I make sure that they get heated internally to about 165 degrees. And here I'm just pouring that extra marinade on top. You don't want to lose any of that flavor. Now that I have my chicken in the oven, I'm going to get started on everything else. So I'm going to be cooking my rice in my rice cooker. I am using this great Value Jasmine Rice. I am going to be measuring out 1.5 cups and then adding a chicken bouillon cube and also 2 cups of water. And I will bring you guys to my sink as well and show you how I prep this rice. I'm going to be rinsing my rice about 4 times. This is just how my mom does it, and I think a lot of people do this actually. But you want to get a lot of that starchiness out until it starts to run a little bit more clear. And then I will be adding that 2 cups of water and also that chicken bouillon cube. When the rice is cooking with a bouillon cube, make sure and kind of stir it around while it's cooking because I forgot to do that and my bouillon cube was just sitting in the middle still when my rice was done. So just a reminder. And then I am going to be popping my lid on my rice cooker, turning it from warm to cook. It does all the work for me. Now I'm going to get started on chopping up my veggies. For this recipe, this made a total of 5 servings. I'm going to be chopping up 2 zucchinis into like 4, so I split it this way and then I'll end up cutting it into smaller pieces. I'm also doing 1 yellow bell pepper, 1 orange bell pepper, and 1 small red onion. And I'll kind of fast forward this part just so you guys don't have to watch me do this. Now that I have my veggies all ready to go, I am going to be spraying my pan with some Nonstick cooking spray, adding the bell peppers and onions first because those take a little bit longer, and then I'll be adding the zucchini. So the bell peppers and onions are going to cook for about 10 minutes, and then I will be adding the zucchini and cooking it for another 5 minutes and adding some seasonings. For my seasonings, I am going to be using a little bit of pink salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. I kept this really simple because that chicken marinade is so good and I didn't need too much when I stirred everything together the day of. Now it is time for the assembly for the meal prep containers. Here is where I show you guys I am mixing that bouillon cube in because I forgot to mix it. So I'm going to do that first and then I'll get started on the measurements. Now that I have my rice all ready to go, I am going to be placing a 1/2 cup of this into each meal prep container. And I don't know why I did this, but don't use a metal measuring cup when you're scooping things out of a rice cooker like this. It can scratch it. I end up using a plastic one, but I was careful not to scratch it. Now I'm going to be adding that veggie mixture. I'm going to be placing quite a good scoop into each meal prep container. I don't measure this, it is 0 points. And I forgot to say, but that serving of rice is 5 points. It actually made 6 servings, but when you put it into the app, it is 5 points for a 1/4 of a cup dry, and I did do 1.5 cups. My chicken is all done and out of the oven. Look at how good this looks. So I'm going to be chopping this up and adding 4 ounces into each meal prep container for 1 smart point. If you are on green, I would definitely recommend scanning your chicken. Chicken is different. So if you just do the normal generic one in the app, it might be more than this one. I did end up using Kirkland's Chicken Breast. It is 99% fat free, and you can have, it's like 5 or 6 ounces for 1 smart point. So I'm going to be adding this to the side of my veggies and my rice. Lastly, I am going to be adding 6 sprays of this I can't believe it's not butter to the tops of that rice just to help it not dry out. But that's it for this meal prep, you guys. These are so easy to prep and even easier to reheat. I just reheated mine in the microwave for about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. They are so filling, and this is a 6-point lunch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.